So I don't know how this video is going to go, whether or not they're going to take it down or not, because it is First Take, and First Take is awful at, like, using any footage from their thing because they automatically take it down on YouTube. Anyway, that's beside the point. Facing elimination, we got Nick Wright'S tier list here. Patriots, Panthers, Titans, Browns, Raiders, Saints, and Giants. Not really much to take away there other than the fact that, listen, all those teams suck. And all those teams are kind of done. So, I say that, but we're kind of in a similar boat if we don't win this week. We got to win this week and keep winning in order to keep it going. So, the first tier list we have facing elimination. And that's going to be the Jags and the Jets. So, I'm just going to play the audio here. And, you know, let's just see what Nick Wright has to say.
Jets could fall off the tiers tonight.
Yeah.
Next row. And it's a who's not. Next row. So that means the Jags this week in tough one against the Eagles, they could fall off the tiers, and the Jets could fall off the tiers tonight.
Yeah.
Ironically enough, the Jets did actually win, so that did not end up happening in the end. Maybe. Okay. See what this tier list is.
They have a better record. It was on a last-second field goal to his back. I think they're about the same. I'm really doing this because maybe the Colts don't know what they're doing. You don't draft a kid who has 10 college starts and everyone's like, oh, hey, he's super raw. He's inaccurate. And then after 10 games, be like, oh, he's super raw and inaccurate. Let's bench him. That's what
if he quits on the team?
He tired a lot.
He didn't quit on the team. My guy got a little winded. Point is this. What if the Bills had done it with Josh Allen? When you took Josh Allen in the top 10, they're like, dude, he was third team All-Mountain West. He completes 54% of his passes. They're like, yes, but he's a superhero athletically. What if he develops into it? 10 games in, they're the same player.
I'm going to go. I'll take
Listen, I want to make this very clear. I don't even believe Anthony Richardson's going to be good.
Oh,
you used to like
I said this before, and I'll kind of give my thoughts, opinions again about it. Anthony Richardson, listen, it's really about the fact that you can't leave a game and say you're tired. When you're a franchise quarterback, you got to go out there and play every single snap. And even if you are quote unquote tired, you got to go to the sideline, maybe say, hey, I have concussion protocol. You know, you got to figure something out. The problem with Anthony Richardson is he was honest. And that's the one thing you don't want to be, because every football team's PR team would do everything humanly possible to avoid anything leaking out to the media. And he was honest, and when you're honest, that's when you're going to get in a bad situation. And that's exactly what happened there. Again, also franchise quarterback. I mean, it sucks, but you're 22 years old in the prime of your life. You can't be quote unquote tired. It's just one of those situations. Tua, if he is now back. If he stays healthy and they can keep on a good rhythm, they could be a lot better of a football team, although they did lose last week. So that's, again, always easier said than done here. The Cardinals, their defense is just so atrocious. Like, our defense sucks, their defense is even worse. And I don't think they're going to be able to be successful because of their defense. But they are number one in their division. So I say that, but it's like, that division is so bad in the NFC West. So technically speaking, maybe? Like, the Cardinals, maybe? Like, they could potentially be a playoff team. And it's because of how bad that division truly is. And honestly, how weak the NFC is in general. And I would say, even go farther than this, I'm going to say how weak the overall NFL is this year. Outside the Chiefs and the Lions, who's actually good in football? Like, who's actually a good team? Because the Ravens just lost to the Browns, and the Ravens have been awful on defense. Okay, well, what about the Steelers, right? Steelers are a great team. I don't know about that. You know, they let the Giants hang with them, and if it wasn't for an interception, I'm sorry, a punt return for a touchdown, that game would have been a lot closer than it meets the eye. Like, there isn't any team in the NFL that you look at. The Bills got destroyed by the Ravens. That you look at and you go, that's the team outside the Lions and the Chiefs. So, yeah, it's a cluster fluff. Let's go to the good and bad teams. Lordy.
So, like, and by the way, they both might make the playoffs. But there's one of them certainly will. But these are the good, bad teams.
I have this faith in me that coaching can get you to the playoffs, can make you a very successful team. And I think Jim Harbaugh is a great coach. I just feel like that team is like 1 or 2, maybe 1 year away. And maybe it's also because, Jim Harbaugh in his Michigan days, he's never like, or even when he was with the 49ers, Jim Harbaugh is never good in the first, I would say not good. He's never elite as a coach in the first year. It's always the second year. 49ers, it took 2 years. You had Alex Smith, then he goes Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick's the one that takes off, goes to Super Bowl, right? And in Michigan days, same thing. First year Michigan, not the greatest. Second year, takes off. Broncos-wise, I want them to be successful because of Brandon Perna. But I feel like there is a storm coming on them. Like, I feel like it's going to start to go downhill. And I don't know. I have faith in Bo Nix, but I don't think Bo Nix is... I think it's going to take him a couple seasons to get going. I think it'll be successful, but I think it'll take a couple seasons to get going. So, I'm kind of boyish on him as well. I'm kind of up and down about him.
They're bad.
That's right.
These are definitively the worst good teams.
Sense.
So I hope you guys understand, like Seattle, and these are 3 offenses that, when they're rolling, can look great. 3 defenses that have major issues across the board, but nobody really wants to play them. They're the bad good teams, which are, of course, better than the good bad teams. Next.
I mean, overall, wise Cowboys, man, they just suck. They can't run the ball. They can't play defense. Wait, they're us. Holy crap. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not really actually kidding that much. I see nothing about it. No, I mean, they're in a weird spot. They definitely have a very tough division. Okay, well, no, I'm just literally just, this is us. The Buccaneers, I don't know if the Seahawks are that good. I don't really have faith in the Seahawks. I really don't. And the Bucs just have a very easy NFC South. So then they're kind of in the weird spot. Now, our next bracket is us. High ceiling, low floor. You don't even need Nick Wright to explain that with his eyes closed. I could explain it with his eyes closed. Yeah, we could score 50, 60, 70 points a game, or we could score 3 points a game, and it would not surprise me. If you tell me our next game we're going to score 70 points, I'd say, oh, wow, I'm not surprised. If you told me our next game we're going to score 3 points, I'd be like, huh, not surprising. Like, that's just how it works. Rams are the same thing. Bears are the same thing as well. Man, it's that age-old, like, inconsistent football. And, you can't win when you're... Listen, okay, here's what I'll say about this. There's a level of inconsistency that all football teams, right now especially, okay? There's a lot of football teams right now who are inconsistent, okay? But we're like extreme level of inconsistent. Like there's inconsistent, which is typical with football teams right now. And then there's extreme. We're the extreme. That's the problem. The problem is we're the extreme level. You can be inconsistent and still be successful. There's a lot of teams in the NFL that's inconsistent. We're just extremely inconsistent, which is the problem.
13. When they're not rolling, it's like they struggle to score 13, and you can easily get 30 on them. So these are also, oddly, 3 of my 4 preseason conference finalists. So I need this tier to start moving on up.
Yeah, he thought that the Bears were going to the Super Bowl. So that's pretty much that. All right, just going through the rest. We got odd seasons. Yeah, that's a great way to explain all those teams right there. Injuries piling up. Again. Great way to explain those ones right there as well. We got earned our respect. I'm a hater. I'm not even gonna say anything about that. Super Bowls. How Ravens? Ravens, really? Okay. Team Duger. And yeah. Okay. Tell me down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one.